Tributes have been paid to the comedian Freddie Starr, who is reported to have died at the age of 76. According to reports in today's Sun newspaper, the Merseyside-born comic, impressionist and singer was found dead at his home on the Costa del Sol in Spain. He made his name as a hugely popular entertainer in the 1970s and 80s, as Keith Doyle reports.
Known for his manic energy and edgy, outrageous stunts and close-to-the-knuckle humour, Freddie Starr was one of the biggest names in British light entertainment in the 1970s and 80s. Born in Liverpool, he was an actor, a singer, a comedian and an impressionist. He was discovered on Opportunity Knocks, the biggest TV talent show of the day, and hit the big time when he appeared on the Royal Variety Show in 1970.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones.
After that, his career took off.
He's the king of all time. He is the greatest of all time.
He said his horse winning the Grand National in 1994 was one of his proudest moments. At the height of his fame, the comedian inspired one of the most infamous headlines in newspaper history when the Sun splashed, "Freddie Starr ate my hamster." He denied it, but it stayed with him.
Freddie Starr ate my hamster. How would you like that for 20 years? 20 years. Doesn't it give you a headache? Doesn't it give you a headache? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yes? Well.
I was absolutely shocked. I mean, I knew Freddie very well, so I was actually shocked. It's very sad, really. He's a great talent, very great talent. So, yeah, I was very shocked.
His genius was his physical comedy. He could fall over, and it looked pretty, oh my gosh, how did he manage to do that? Without hurting himself, but he was like a clown. But the charisma that man had on stage.
His private life was complicated. Married 4 times, he had 6 children. He had health problems. In 2010, he had a major heart attack. Soon after, his health forced him to pull out of the TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. He was caught up in the police investigation into historical sexual abuse cases, but was never charged. He lost a subsequent libel claim, which left him with large legal bills. Depressed and isolated, he moved to Spain, where he spent the last few years of his life. A message on his Facebook page, said to be from his manager, said, "R.I.P. to our greatest comedian of all time."
Freddie Starr has died at the age of 76. The comedian, who rose to fame in the 1970s, was found dead at his home in Spain. Earlier, the actor Bobby Davro told us what made him one of the greatest comedy talents.
I would have to say he was the funniest man I've ever seen in my life. When he wanted to do it, he was the funniest man. He was dangerous. He had that look in his eyes, you know. It could be quite uncomfortable to be with him, actually, because he could. It's almost intimidating. But his physical comedy was as good as anyone's I've ever seen. You know, he could throw himself off a stage without getting hurt. His vocal comedy wasn't quite, because I think he had a bit of trauma in his life, and he suffered from a bit of a stammer, and he struggled with delivering jokes. But it didn't matter with Freddie, because Freddie had this wonderful, unique personality. It was superb. He really was. I remember watching him once back in the late 80s, thinking, as long as I've got breath in my body, I'll never be as funny as Freddie Starr. And he was so unpredictable. He was such a prankster. There was a wonderful story where he would nail the dancers' shoes to the floor of the side of the stage. So when they came off to do their quick change, they couldn't get their shoes on. They put their shoes and almost fell over with all. They nailed the thing. There was another story where he stopped someone in his car and said, "Could you come and give us a push?" And he said, "Sure, Freddie." And he went round the corner. He was sitting on a swing. That was Freddie. It was so unpredictable, but